Now, he had the box set, the portfolio, remember, the portfolio in a box and all 5 of the pictures. That's out of stock. That's done with. But the 5, you can buy one of or each of the 5 fine art photographs. So if you want to blow $12.50 on a picture for the man, the 5 beautiful, beautiful pictures. They're the ones that were in the National Gallery. They got put in the National Gallery, and they're all of Jimmy, and there's some exceptional ones. One of his guitars backstage, and Neil Preston has one on it. I think Ross Halfin has one. Can't remember who the others are, but they're nice pictures. We talked about it when they came out, and he still has all 5 of them. Just doesn't have the portfolio. So go to jimmypage.com and pick up, Death Wish 2 and Lucifer Rising. If you go to ledzeppelin.com, they have a number of items, mostly clothes. Nice 4-symbol beanie, actually, they had. And t-shirts and hoodies and that sort of, and a couple of hats. They also have some artwork too. They have the Celebration Day poster. It's a web exclusive Celebration Day poster. That's $30. Then they have a couple of lithographs. Lithographs were $100, or screen prints, which were $50. And you'd have to talk to a printing. I don't know the difference between a lithograph, screen print, and a poster. It'll be in the printing, probably in the paper they use and the inks they use, etc. But I don't know it, except to say one's 30, one's 50, one's 100, But I'll tell you, they have a nice concert, quote unquote, concert 1980, and it's got a big silver blimp on it, and it's a lithograph, and it was really nice. I look and I go, oh, and we'll get to it later. I just bought a couple of pictures. So I already have an overfull room, and today I suckered in and bought a couple. But we'll get to that later, because we'll get there. But they had a lot of t-shirts, guys and girls. My only complaint is, I find this with most rock t-shirts, too much in black. I try to kind of get away from blacks. I spent most of my youth in black, dark blue jeans and black shirts, and I've tried to get away through that through the years, and I do find rock shirts, concert shirts just tend to be black, and there's too much of the black. And the ones that aren't black, the ones that have a color, kind of look dumb often, and that's the case, I think, with them. But they still have a lot of nice shirts. So by all means, get yourself there, get a couple of nice shirts for the person you love. How about this? For $130, Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy, Gold LP. It's on eBay right now. Go to eBay, search Gold LP Led Zeppelin. It's there, $130. There's others too. They come in that price range. 125 to 150, 160. Nice, and it's the way you see it. And it's in a frame with the album cover and the album in gold. There's a story. John Williams, classical guitarist John Williams, got a gold album for something, and I think it was him and Julian Bream's album. The two of them did an album together, and they got the gold albums. And when he got home, John Williams popped his open and threw the album on the record player to see if it would play. And it turned out to be not their album. It was some like a polka album or something, some surplus that they had in. They painted it with gold, slapped the sticker on it. So he called Julian Bream and he says, "I just played the record. It's not ours." So Julian Bream popped his open, put his on, and it wasn't theirs either. They I guess they have, the stuff, the craps, the surplus. They just paid that gold, put a new sticker on it. And who's none the why they don't expect anybody to actually play it. But anyway, so if you're thinking, I really need Houses of the Holy and I'd like a gold LP, no guarantees that the Houses of the Holy gold LP you get will actually be Houses of the Holy the LP, even if you decided to pull it out and play it. But hey, there's an object, $30 plus shipping gets you an object. Now this wouldn't be an original object, but it was a nice looking object. $30. I really, I've said this before. That's what I want. All the little memorabilia stuff you can get, an object, and it doesn't have to be one of the original numbered in a box. They had 1,000 or whatever when the album came out that they gave away as promotions. Doesn't have to be one of those. Matter of fact, one of those. Because I'm not the kind of guy who would put it in the box and have a nice shelf for this stuff. I wanted it as a paperweight. I wanted something to put on my desk. It'll look cool on the desk. And at the end of the day, I'm going to use it and abuse it. And at the end of the day, my wife would throw it out if I have a heart attack tomorrow. It'll go in the landfill. She'll go, this is junk. It never occurred to her. It's a $500 object. So I don't want a fancy one. A $30 one would be great. Just one that looks like that. I would love that. That would be so cool. My wife came through with that. That would be Christmas done. It'd be so cool. When I searched, I went on eBay and searched an object. I have to tell you this, and there's a promo poster for presents. It's a full size poster. It's got the album cover on it. And that's about it. It looked really cool. It was really nice. So that's out there too. In other words, there's all sorts of posters. There's all sorts of pictures. There's DVDs. There's the official DVD releases, right? Song Remains the Same, the 2002 Led Zeppelin DVD, and Celebration Day, which they released last year. All those DVDs are out there. They're available. They're in Blu-ray as well. There's Unleaded, the Page Plant DVD. That would also all would make, if they don't have those DVDs / Blu-rays, would all make excellent gifts. There's books. Robert Plant's A Life is new this year. Dave Lewis's Nebworth book. Go to Type But Loose. Google it. The tblweb.com, I believe it is, but Google it. Type But Loose. Dave he's just re-released the Nebworth book. I talked about it last week, the week before. Dave's actually going to come on the program in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk about that book in detail. I love the original one. This one's got 60% more Nebworth information. I love the original one, and it goes beautifully with he did another book called Feather in the Wind, which is on the 1980 tour, and the two go beautifully side by side. I don't know if he has any of those. I would ask. I would buy both books for the person I love. But he was also doing a Black Friday sale, and he may still, if you get a hold of him now, he may still be on. Or not so much a sale, but a throw together. He had the book, plus 2 editions of the magazine, plus I think a T-shirt thrown in. He had a pricing on that. So you could go get the Dave Lewis package. It would somebody would love that. I'm telling you, they would love it. They would love both of those books. Plus, it was like last year's book, right? There was the Brad Talinsky book. There was the one by there was the Barney somebody, I think his name was, I forget now. But there's a number of Led Zeppelin books out there. There was also the Get the Lead Out book, the big coffee table book. There's a number of good books out there. Go to the bookstore, go to the music section, dig out some Led Zeppelin ones. They'll love it. They'll love it. On the DVD front, I talked about already the Led Zeppelin DVDs, but there's also a Blue Note, which is a DVD on Robert Plant. I reviewed it last year, quite in depth here. And there's Live from the Artist Stand. Robert Plant and the band enjoyed Live from the Artist Stand. Both of those are out there. Both of those, I see them in stores once in a while, and they're both very good. Very, very good. The Robert Plant fan in the house, if somebody's kind of a big Plant fan as well as Led Zeppelin fans, they will like those. On a CD front, there's one called, released in 2011, it's called Robert Plant's Jukebox. And it's basically Robert Plant / Led Zeppelin's influences. It's got Baby Let's Play House by Elvis Presley. It's got Backwater Side by Burt Jansch. It's got speaking of Burt Jansch, the concert is, I'm recording this Tuesday morning / Monday night, December 3rd. It's Tuesday, December 3rd, 1:14 a.m. And so which makes that, 6? So in about 14 hours, that concert, the Burt Jansch tribute concert, will be on. And speculation is running fairly rife that Jimmy Page will show. You guys will know. By the time you hear this, you'll know if he showed. You'll know, but watch for it. Anyway, How Many More Years by Howlin' Wolf, Gallows Pole by Leadbelly. Those are just some of the stuff that's on this CD, Robert Plant's Jukebox. A real good look at the influences of Robert Plant. Okay, you know who James Dillon is, right? James Dillon is the lead singer of Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Experience. On top of being a singer, he's also a very good artist. Matter of fact, it's his day job as a graphic artist. And he has sat down with his pencil and his pad, and he has drawn a picture of Robert Plant. He's going to do a series of Led Zeppelin pictures. The first one is almost done, and it is Plant at Kazaa Stadium in San Francisco. It is, you know what? I have info on it here, I think. And I'm going to post a picture of it once he's got it for sale. I already have a piece written on that. But it's from Kazaa Stadium in San Francisco, June 2nd, 1973. You know the picture. It's Robert Plant standing with a dove in his hand. And he's pencil drawn that picture, and it's astounding. And if you follow him on Facebook, you've seen the picture. It's an astounding picture. He's so accurate a recreation. He's going to be selling it. He's going to be selling, like I said, a series. The Robert Plant should be available very shortly. Should be, I would think, in time for Christmas. And I'm going to try and get him on again in the next couple of weeks and talk about these drawings he's doing. So listen for that. Something to look forward to. Maybe he's quite a entertaining guy to talk to. He's a talker, you know. He's quite nice and a really down to earth guy, but a hell of an artist. He might be a better artist than singer. And if you've seen Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Experience, you know that's a compliment. That's saying something. It's an astounding picture, and he's going to be doing a series. So watch for that, and yeah, somebody would love that. That would look great on the wall. I'm telling you now. There's a model of the Starship, the airplane that they flew in 73, 75 tours. They took the airplane around the States, the Starship, and there's actually a model of it. Now, the Starship was used by different acts at different times, but this is the Led Zeppelin Starship that you can get the model. It's a scale model, 1 to whatever, 40 or 400 or something, I'm sure. But it's out there. If you want to spend your Christmas holidays with the modeling glue, and myself, I get so frustrated doing a model. I would be, are you joking me? But there you go. My son broke his leg a number of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and while he was while he was an invalid, and he literally was 3 weeks in bed. He couldn't move. He did a lot of models. He got into it for a little while there. He's got models around but he doesn't have the Starship. That's would have been nice to have. Okay, so you go to eBay. There's a store called Anthony Grisella, I think, is the guy who runs the store. But Candy Store Rock Gifts, and they have all sorts of stuff. What they have is like little metal stuff, keychains and tie clips and that sort of thing, and a lot of different stuff. But he's a big Led Zeppelin fan, and there's a lot of Led Zeppelin stuff. And there's a vinyl sticker. It's all the 4 symbols, and it says Zoso, but it uses the symbols. I think I might be off on that. It may not say Zoso, but I know they're 4 combined together. It looks great. They also sell there a watch, and it's got all 4 of the symbols on it. And I say silver badges it's got like all 4 symbols as a badge, like a pin, lapel pin type thing. And then they have like Jimmy Page's symbol, a pendant, a slide. I bought the slide before I knew who this guy was. I bought a kit. There's a little kit with a slide, a key ring, and the lapel pin. I was actually looking for a lapel pin at the time, and it came in this set. I have the box, keep the box on my desk. It's nice, but the slide, if you're a guitar player, the Zoso is not etched in it. It's welded on to the outside, which means you kind of have to be careful using it as a slide, because if it gets turned around that way, it won't work very well. But it's a good thick piece of metal on top. Now, he had the box set, the portfolio, remember, a portfolio and a box and all 5 of the pictures. That's out of stock. That's done with. But the 5, you can buy one of or each of the 5 fine art photographs. So if you want to blow $12.50 on a picture for the man, the 5 beautiful, beautiful pictures. They're the ones we talked about it when they came out, and he still has all 5 of them. Just doesn't have the portfolio. So go to jimmypage.com and pick up, Death Wish 2 and Lucifer Rising. If you go to ledzeppelin.com, they have a number of items, mostly clothes. Nice 4-symbol beanie, actually, they had. And t-shirts and hoodies and that sort of, and a couple of hats. They also have some artwork too. They have the Celebration Day poster. It's a web exclusive Celebration Day poster. That's $30. Then they have a couple of lithographs. Lithographs were $100, or screen prints, which were $50. And you'd have to talk to a printing. I don't know the difference between a lithograph, screen print, and a poster. It'll be in the printing, probably in the paper they use and the inks they use, etc. But I don't know it, except to say one's 30, one's 50, one's 100. Ones that were in the National Gallery, they got put in the National Gallery, and they're all of Jimmy, and there's some exceptional ones. One of his guitars backstage, and Neil Preston has one on it. I think Ross Halfin has one. Can't remember who the others are, but they're nice pictures.